Hey guys, it's Christina. Thanks for joining my channel today. Just want to do a quick little update. It's been kind of hard for me to do some videos recently just because it's been like 100 degrees and I normally like to do my videos in my car only because this is kind of the only time I really get, any peace and quiet. When I am at home, I got the whole family at home with me too, so it makes it a little bit harder to do a video at home. So I prefer my car just because, like I said, it's the only time I can kind of get some quiet to kind of work on, sharing some information for you guys. Right now I got the AC blowing, so I think we're good. I found some shade to park under. I was driving around trying to find some good lighting for you guys. So this is probably like the 4th place that I stopped at, and I figured this will work. So this is gonna do. I just wanted to give a quick little update on how things have been going. Things have actually been going really well. Some of the things that I've been working on, and again, sometimes, we kind of fall off of some of our productive habits, but just always jumping back on track, so some of the things that have been helping me is I have been really focused on doing my list of gratitude. So what I'll do is my plan was always to get a notebook, write my 3 things that I'm grateful for, every evening, but of course, when it's late at night, you get tired, after, putting, kids to sleep, or, doing whatever you got to do, cleaning the house up. Normally I would try to make sure I go to bed with the house clean if I can. And, just getting ready for bed and that whole nighttime routine, you get pretty tired, right? So I find that it's a little bit more of an obstacle for me to actually go get my notebook, get a pen or pencil and write down my gratitude list. So what I decided to do was just to use my phone, because we all have our phone on us, right? Usually all of us have our phones on us pretty much 24/7 for the most part. So what I decided to do was just, utilize my notes on my phone, which I utilize them a lot for everything. I go to my notes list and I kind of labeled it, named it my gratitude list. So what I'm doing is I'll just put the date, whatever date it is, and before I go to sleep, usually try to do before I start reading, because once I start reading I'll get tired and fall asleep. So I will put the date, and then I will make sure to make a list of at least 3 things that I have been grateful for that day. And I really try to make it specific to the day. So I don't, try not to be so vague, because it's easy for us to kind of be like, oh, well, I'm grateful to have a roof over my head. Okay, well, that's great, but what is some things that you're specifically grateful for that day? So what I've been doing is just, it could be anything, even to kind of something maybe that was an obstacle or a challenge, or maybe kind of got me upset. How can I turn it around and make it a good thing? So even doing that too has been helping me a lot to kind of see more, the bright side of it, the good that can come from it. And that way it just kind of reminds me that when we come across these challenges or obstacles or things that, we tend to let our emotions, kind of become overwhelmed with, what is really the good out of it, and how can I turn it into something good? So that's something I also kind of got from Jen Sincero. I don't know if you ever read her book, You Are a Badass. She has that one, and You Are a Badass at Making Money. And then she has a new book as well too, which You Are a Badass Every Day. That one I have not read yet, but the other 2 I have, and they're great. I love them. So she kind of gave me the idea as far as one of her programs that I actually am in, or that I purchased one of her programs. Very affordable. I want to say it was maybe like, I don't know, 200 or 300. Not too bad, for a little course, but I did get a lot of great ideas from her. So she had kind of talked about, making sure when you do a gratitude list that, find those things to turn around. So that's where she kind of gave me the idea for that. Again, everything that I share is just things that I'm learning. This is nothing, new. This is nothing that I'm coming up with or creating. This is just all stuff that, all the information that I've gathered from, all my audiobooks that I listen to, from all the books that I read, from the podcasts that I listen to. So these are just all things that I love to share and kind of put together to share with you guys. So, don't want you to think that I'm sitting here trying to act like this is all my new material, because it's not. These are things that have been around. And if you are a person who is on a self-development journey, you know that every great, successful mentor or, speaker or author, they all advocate about the gratitude list. So this is nothing new, right? This isn't rocket science. This is just things that we have a tendency to neglect. Those productive habits, we tend to sometimes let them slip away, right? So so basically, to kind of get back on track. So for example, one time I was really frustrated because I was in the shower, and I forgot what I was trying to do, and my shower curtain rod fell, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm getting so aggravated. The freaking thing fell on me. I'm getting all frustrated, pissed off, and I'm just like, what the hell? But ultimately, I got so frustrated that it prompted me to just clean my whole shower and my bathroom. So I like took off the shower curtains, you know, kind of frustrated. And I'm like, you know what? Now that the shower curtain rod fell, I might as well wash the damn shower curtains, right? So it prompted me to clean the whole bathroom. So I washed the shower curtains, I cleaned everything, washed, you know, all the bath rags. And so I ended up cleaning the whole bathroom, right? So that was something that I was really frustrated with. Wasn't my intentions to clean the bathroom, but the shower curtain fell on me, you know, almost hit my head. I got frustrated, but it prompted me to clean the bathroom. And then after, I was like, well, you know what? At least my bathroom's clean now, and now it feels good to have a clean bathroom. So I turned that into a reason that I was grateful for it. So I was grateful that that shower rod fell because I cleaned the bathroom, got that task out the way, and it felt good after, right? Because it always feels good to have a nice clean house after. So I turned that around into a good thing. So I did add that to my list of gratitude. And so just little things like specific to the day, you know, it could be something as simple as, I remember one time I was in line at the Starbucks drive-thru and it was taking a really long time. And in my head, I'm kind of thinking, man, why did I even come in this line? You know, I didn't even need a Starbucks. Like, why am I even here? I could have went without it. I didn't really need it. So we were waiting in the line for, I want to say it was probably almost 20 minutes. This was a long, I don't know what was going on, what the holdup was. But when I get to the window and I go to hand her or to use my my little app on my Starbucks to pay, she's like, oh, don't worry about it. Thank you so much for your patience. It's free. So I was like, well, wow. Well, that kind of worked out, right? In a way, I kind of felt like I was manifesting that because, of course, you know, I always like to try to work and practice on my manifestation. Something that I feel like I'm still kind of an amateur at, but I do see a lot of it, you know, that I'm able to actually, you know, manifest and actually bring to life. And it could be little simple things. So I haven't really mastered like huge, massive things, but a lot of little things that have really showed me the power of the law of attraction and manifestation. And again, also all tying into the gratitude, because we hear that, right? We hear about, you know, your thoughts become your reality, you know, always have an attitude of gratitude. So we know that these are all things that every successful person advocates and preaches about and, you know, has many success stories about. So again, that's why I'm trying to, you know, work on all areas. And so the gratitude list has really been helping me. Again, like I said, I fall off a little bit, but this week, you know, I'm just going to get back on track. Sometimes what I like to do is I will like to kind of go back. If I skip the day, I will try to go back that day, or even if it's 2 days, and try to remember, okay, you know what, how was my day? What can I list from it? However many days I've skipped, I'll just try to go ahead and, you know, and do them at that night. But if not, like I said, just get back on track, and I'll just go to my notes on my phone and, you know, just put what I'm grateful for. It could be, you know, I'm grateful that me and my son, you know, got to read 3 books tonight. You know, I'm trying to get him off of the cell phone, trying to get him off of Roblox and off of YouTube, because he likes, you know, kids just are all into the phones nowadays. You know, I mean, we are too. So definitely something we all need to work on. So, you know, it could be something grateful like that. Like, I'm grateful that me and my son got to read, and he's been getting a little bit more into books, and I'm super happy about that, because that's exactly what I want him to do. And of course, we got to lead by example. So that gratitude list has really been helping me out a lot. So if it's something you've always kind of, you know, you've heard about, or you know you need to practice it more, I definitely suggest just start with 3 things. You know, don't worry about overwhelming yourself and trying to get a notebook and, you know, writing everything every night, because when we make things, you know, more overwhelming for us, then obviously it's less likely that we're going to achieve it, right? So you want to try to make these things, you know, seamless, effortless, you know, something that, you know, whatever steps you can do that's going to make it easy for you to achieve. Another example too is I've been really doing great with my workout goals right now. And, you know, I don't really like New Year's resolutions, but I do believe we need to have like goals, correct? Month goals, you know, daily goals, weekly goals, whatever the case may be, and yearly goals, of course. I don't consider them resolutions, because to me, it's just, I focus on trying to create better habits. So it's not really resolution, and I don't want to see it that way, only because I feel like resolutions are always kind of seen a little, I don't know, I feel like resolutions, people just fail at resolutions a lot, right? So I just don't really want to associate myself with a resolution, because I don't want to fail at anything. What I want to do is create good habits, replace bad habits, or replace old habits. Doesn't need to be bad, but replacing old habits with better habits. So I've been doing really well with my fitness goals. And so one of the things that's kept me on track is I've always kind of lived by a rule of going to the gym at least 3 times a week. 3 times a week. There's 7 days in a week, you guys. 3 times. That's it. 3 times. Like, even if it's just 30 minutes only 3 times a week. Come on, like an hour and a half minimum. It's really not hard to do, and I feel like a lot of people try to overwhelm themselves. You know, at work we have a little encouragement, little +1 little monthly thing that we do, and I hear some of them, and you know, they're talking about they want to go to the gym, you know, 2 times you know, a day, and I'm like, 2 times a day, like holy moly, like, right, like that's just doing a little too much. Like when you make those goals so overwhelming and so large in such a little time, it's less likely that you're going to achieve it. And it's kind of what's been happening too, is you'll hear some of them like, oh, you know, I kind of failed, I haven't been reaching my goal. Well, yeah, because you're trying to go 2 times. That's, you know, it's really excessive. So what I suggest is always start small. So that's why I said with the gratitude list, just 3 things specific to that day, and just use your phone. Just go in your notes and just go ahead and just click, you know, number 1, this is what I'm grateful for. Number 2, number 3, boom, that's it. And it's a really powerful exercise, because I'm telling you, every night when I do this, I have a smile on my face, my heart feels, you know, super filled with love, and I just feel so grateful. And it really is a powerful emotion, and I feel like through that, I feel like I've been seeing a lot more things to be grateful for, and just being able to just really appreciate the things that I have. So again, just starting with baby steps, you know, something simple that you're going to be able to achieve. Don't try to overwhelm yourself and say, okay, I'm going to get a notebook, and every night I'm going to write 10 things I'm grateful for, or I'm going to get up super early before work, and I'm going to make sure I write my list every morning. You know, some people, it works for them, but I'm still struggling with becoming a morning person, so that's just between me and you. Okay, no, everybody knows, okay? So between me and everybody who knows me knows I struggle with the mornings. So I'm not going to make that one of my goals. I'm not going to force myself to do something in the morning when I know that that's not the best time for me, at least not at this time. Again, I still want to work on getting better every day, so hopefully one of these days I will get a little bit better at my morning habits and my morning routines, but it's not today. Okay, so for me, before I go to bed, works. Okay, so find what works for you. Find things that, you know, make it very small little action steps that are doable. So whether it's your fitness goals, like I said, for me, every month I have been making sure to reach at least my minimum of 12 check-ins at InShape, because it's kind of cool. They give you prizes. So, you know, you get emails. It'll tell you this month's prize is a jump rope, a t-shirt, get 12 check-ins. And 12 check-ins, what is that? It's 3 times a week, you guys, because that's the recommended minimum of daily activity that you should strive for. So I've always kind of lived by it. It's always worked for me. Of course, there's times where I'll go 4 times, or maybe I'm extra bored that week and I might go 5, but I make sure to at least do my 3, and it works. And I like how the InShape app implements that, because I'm like, oh cool, like I've always thought that that was a good rule to live by, and now they're rewarding you for it. So now InShape is like, hey, get your 12 check-ins, get a free t-shirt, get a free jump rope, you know, whatever the gift is. And like I said, I've been staying on track. So we're in August, coming up September next week, I believe. So I've been on track. I have reached my 12 check-ins, and the last few months I even kind of pushed myself to make sure, what was it, maybe the last 3 months, I said, you know what, every time I work out at the gym, I'm gonna end with a 1-mile run. And I've been on it, you know, like I said, it's at least 3 times, you guys. So when you make your goals, you create a plan and you make them very small, easy, actionable steps, you're more likely to do it. And if you're trying to tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna write my gratitude list every morning at 6 a.m., you know, 20 things, no, you're doing too much. It's just, it ain't gonna work. Okay, so just wanted to share that. Things have been going really well. I feel like I have a lot to be grateful for, and I just feel like I've been doing really well with my goals this year. I don't know, 2019 has just been a really great year so far, you guys, and I'm just really happy to say that. Last year was a lot of struggles. Last year financially was a big setback, especially with changing careers. This year started a new career. Things have been going really well. I feel as though I've been really proud of myself. I've been achieving a lot of my overall goals and staying on track of my plans and my action steps in all areas of my life. I feel my relationship, even with my son, kind of working on things with him, but trying to, you know, in all areas, career-wise, I feel like I've, you know, been very happy, and, you know, with the new career role that I found, and again, I feel like I manifested that too. Just really staying focused, health goals. So my financial goals as well, I've been really working on that one. I'm also proud that I, what was it, about less than 5 or 4 months, I can't remember, I paid off over $5,000 on one of my credit cards. So this is the year that I'm getting everything on track, and I've been focused. I've been reading like 2 to 3 books. I've been averaging actually about 3 books a month that I've been reading. Plus on my audible.com. I'm a huge advocate of audible.com. I love it. So while I'm on the road, I listen to another audiobook, but I've been actually reading. I love print books. It's just something I love to take notes. I love to write in them. If an idea sparks, I will write an idea. So, you know, I've just been, this year, I've been super focused, and I'm really proud of myself. So I know I haven't really been able to make a lot of videos lately. But again, I've just been trying to stay focused and, you know, keeping my eye on the prize. And sometimes if you fall off, again, it's, you know, it's cool. It's totally cool. Like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like this last week, I didn't really feel like reading this last week. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put the book down, you know, just kind of hang out, chill, maybe catch up on some movies, you know. So I don't really watch TV a lot. I'm not a big TV person, but I do like to, you know, catch up on movies and things like that, or, you know, watch something that's a low budget film or documentary. I've been really watching a lot of documentaries lately. So, you know, and it's okay to do those things. And I felt like for a minute, I was almost feeling a little guilty, like, man, I haven't read. But then I said, girl, like, you've been on top of your shit. You've been on top of your game this year. Like, it's cool. Like, it's cool if you don't read for 1 week. Catching up, relaxing, and it's totally okay. And, you know, because I do love to read, so, you know, maybe I'm gonna read tonight, and I'll probably finish my book maybe in the next 2 days, because I'm almost done with my current book that I'm reading. So this year just been focused on finances. But like I said, you guys, I just wanted to kind of share, you know, how the gratitude list has been helping me, maybe kind of give you some ideas as far as some action steps, and maybe whatever your goals are. I mean, we're almost at the end of the year, so I've been wanting to make a video on my budget plan, because I've been doing pretty well with my budget plan. This month has just been getting, you know, a little tough because I'm still kind of working towards my commission check, so I'm not really building my commissions as of yet. So I've been having a little tough time trying to budget and trying to get these cards paid off, but that is my goal, and I know I can do it. And again, when you have a goal and you create a plan, sometimes you might not even know how you're going to get there, but create some sort of plan, whatever little small action step you can do, because once you do that, it's going to trickle, and then another idea is going to spark, and then take action on that idea, and then before you know it, another idea is going to spark, and then you don't know where the answer is going to come or where the solution is going to come from. But if you just keep following those little intuitions and following those little action steps that you create, trust me, more ideas are going to spark, and you're going to be able to figure out how to get where you want to be. So I've been very proud of myself this year. Things have been going really well. I feel a lot of gratitude in my heart, and I'm very thankful. So I'm really excited for next year, and I'm excited to kind of see, you know, how I can get to the next level financially, and, you know, just spiritually. There's still a lot of other things that I'm working on, you guys. Like I say, I'm always a work in project. You have to work on yourself, because remember, no one else is going to do it. You know, no one's going to tell you to write your gratitude list. No one's going to tell you go to the gym. People don't care. They rather see you fail. Hey, you said you were going to go to the gym, you know, 5 times a week, but you're not doing it. Look at, nobody cares. Your girls ain't gonna tell you, like, girl, go get your ass to the gym. Nah, you know what? Because you ain't going. You're being lazy. To them, it's just motivating them even more. So you got to work on yourself, okay? Because people, they're gonna be haters. They're not gonna care about your health. You know, you got to take care of yourself, okay? So don't neglect yourself. Make sure you focus on your goals, and again, just baby steps, you guys. I am always telling people, baby steps, inch by inch, okay? So don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try to make these huge, massive goals. I'm not saying not to dream big. You always want to dream big. You do want to have big goals, but don't overwhelm yourself to the point where you're not going to do it, because, hey, you know, what's the point? I told myself I was going to go 5 times. Well, it's already day 3 and I've already missed, so forget it. I'll just start next week. That's not the mindset to have. So remember, just start now. It doesn't matter. If you're going to start, just start now. I don't care if you're going to start your gratitude list on a Friday, but you're like, oh, I should start on a Monday, start the week fresh. No, just start it now. If it's Friday, start it on a Friday. Who cares? You know, the universe don't know what day of the week it is. You're creating that limitation in your head. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps. Just kind of wanted to share. Again, like I said, there's a lot of stuff I've been working on, so I do want to make a little budget video on kind of what my financial game plan has been, because like I said, I paid off $5,000 in about 4 months, so I'm really proud of myself there. And I've been staying on track with my finances, tracking things, keeping cash envelopes, savings, cash envelopes, got my Christmas fund almost going, but that'll have to be another video. I don't want to make this too long. So thank you guys for watching. You can always follow me on Instagram. I do try to post a lot of stories when I can, especially sharing a lot of my books that I'm reading. So if you're interested to kind of find out what I'm reading, you know, you can follow me on there at Christina Leandra Lopez. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.